a little bit.
Oh, what up?
Your mic, because you sound far away already.
Already? See, I can't either for. Oh, we're live. Thanks, Mike.
I told you I was starting it.
All right, guys. Welcome to Dangerously Smart. What episode is this, fellas? 16, season 2. Are you guys ready to make history?
Always.
Excellent. Um, Let me introduce myself. My name is Sylvester. Um, we can go through Twitter handles and all that stuff later. It's late. This man in the red shirt. What's your name, sir?
It's the sleepy guy, Mike,
And who's the other guy?
the one with no soul.
The one, the only, Glenn.
You start out
Wow.
so well, and then you just ended it like, dude.
Okay. All right. I see I'm going to have to summon the power of energy because the energy is just almost dead. So, I have the power. All right. All
Completely
right.
unrelated question. Completely unrelated question. As far as cartoons or shows when growing up, and they all had, where their words were, their phrase to kick in their powers. Best one.
You
It's
can't just
morphin'
put me on the
time.
spotlight like that. Ooh, that's a
It's
good one.
morphin' time.
That's not bad. What G.I. Joe used to say? And now you know.
Gojo.
Yo, Joe.
Yeah, but what they say at the end where they be like, and knowing's half the battle.
Yeah, and now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Yeah.
That's just bad. Anyways, guys, before we get into this, tell us a little bit about our world. Mike, how's California treating you, buddy?
California's treating me pretty well, actually. Tired as
Really?
hell. I've been running around. Got a long weekend ahead, but it's all fun. All good times.
Excellent. And how about you, Glendavid McNabb? How is your world? Don't complain about
It's
your
going,
apartment.
it's going all right. Shit, just chilling really and playing all these games. I did
Ooh,
pick
what you
up
playing?
Rare Play, and I didn't get a chance to play it yet, but I did watch the little opening thing and I kind of skimmed through it. And there was some stuff on there I didn't know about. I didn't know about the little behind the scenes interviews and all that stuff until I actually got the game. Because I was like, 30 games, $30. No, I don't really need to read about it. It's a deal. So I bought it. I haven't had a chance to play it, but as soon as we get done with this, I am going to turn on some Battletoads.
I was just gonna ask you, what's the first game you're gonna play? But you just answered
Battletoads.
it. For me, I want to play Perfect Dark because I wasn't a 64 kid growing up, and all my 64 friends are like, "This is so great," so I want to check it out.
No,
Yeah,
that's
no, no, no. I believe this isn't the perfect dark that was on 360, was it?
no.
That's on there too, but there's a 64 version on there too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the like GoldenEye was just like here, and Perfect Dark was like here, but they were both great. Don't get me wrong, but Perfect Dark was just the best. I mean, not Perfect Dark, but 007 was the best.
Yeah, I've had a lot of multiplayer sessions with that. I wonder the how the gameplay, like if they update it for dual sticks. That should be interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Here's what I wonder. As far as like old school shooters like that, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, if you took a kid that has been raised on Call of Duty
Hmm.
and put him in a match with GoldenEye, how would he do?
It varies. These kids are crazy nowadays. I mean,
But
they were
here's the other
probably
thing. Would he be
bored,
able
but at
to?
the same time, if you
Huh?
have you played Halo online, like Halo One?
I have not.
Oh my goodness, those people are serious about this.
No, no, no. I'm not talking online. I'm talking about an actual, sitting next to the person that you going against match.
I don't know. I think they'd adapt well. But that's just me.
Well, here's the thing, because they're so used to, talking shit like, man, fuck your mom, dude, and all that. I think they were going to get some act right real quick on that. Either that or get scared. It's like, I don't know if I can talk about this dude. He's right here. You can hear.
I guess it depends on how big that person is. Anyways, let's get into our excellent presentation. We've got an excellent show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about somebody?
Games.
Gamescom.
Woo! So let's just get right into it. We'll talk about the dangerous deals towards the end if you guys are okay with that.
That's fine.
Cool. All right. So did you guys want to talk about the indie games first? What do you guys want to talk about first?
Let's talk about the indie games.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to start it off. You said it's what you want to talk about first. You know that was the cue for you say
Yeah,
you knew it.
I'll start it out. Okay, let's start with Cuphead. This is a game. We talked about it last year, last E3, and they had it at this year's E3, and it was back again for Gamescom. Looks freaking awesome as usual. They say it's not coming out till like next year, but it looks really sweet. It's got this awesome Disney style, like old school, Disney kind of style, 2D platform kind of game. I can't wait to get my hands on
Good time. Yeah, I'm
it.
sorry, man. My energy level is like I'm trying. I'm trying.
All right, Glenn, you were telling me about Bloodstained Ritual tonight.
Well, I don't really know too much about it. What I do know is that it was a Kickstarter game, and it made a lot of money on Kickstarter. The people that made Castlevania have a part in this, and from what I can see, the little video I saw it looked pretty good. And I love side scrollers, and we don't get too many of those nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I take that back. We are getting a lot more side scrollers because of all these indie games coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a fan of side scrollers because that's what I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to this game. And they said it's going to have RPG elements, so I'm really curious on how they're going to put that into play.
Yeah, to kind of fill in a little bit. So, yeah, that's from the original creator of Castlevania, Koji Igarashi.
You
He
sound
just
far away again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that's from the original creator of Castlevania, Koji Igarashi, and basically he worked at Capcom, I mean not Capcom, Konami. But when you're like a legacy developer like that, they just kind of give you an office job and kind of put you to the side. So he started up his own Kickstarter, and it was one of the most successful Kickstarters before Shenmue. And yeah, so they showed it off at Gamescom. Looks awesome, coming to Xbox One.
I say, well,
Um,
yeah, of course his star's gonna go. He's not just a guy make something. He's got a pedigree behind him to make something.
yeah, and the cool thing about it too is they don't really make a lot of games like this. They don't make a lot of Castlevania-esque games with like the backtracking. Um, I can't really like. I think the last time I played a game like that was that Symphony of the Night. What was the one on PlayStation One?
Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
was gonna say that's like a 2D open world. Technically, it's kind of like a 2D open world game.
yeah, right. So yeah, totally looking forward to it. That looks freaking sweet. Let's talk about some other indies. Gigante, gigantic. Why did I say Gigante?
How about I
This
say,
is this is a MOBA that I actually seem interested in, because I like MOBAs, right? They're cool, but what throws me off at MOBAs is once you get to the part where you upgrade, they give you this big old crazy menu, and you have to like sort through all those menus while at the same time you got a battle going on in the background, and it can just be overwhelming for someone like myself that's newer to MOBAs. Like I like Smite, but at the same time, Smite throws me off because it requires you to like figure out what all these upgrades are. So Gigantic is a new MOBA, very colorful, very beautiful. It's coming to Windows 10 and Xbox One, and it just looks amazing. And it has
You
a
sound far
simpler.
away again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Has a simpler style, so looks pretty awesome. I guess you guys probably don't know about Thimbleweed Park, so I should talk about that too, huh?
Yeah, I saw it, but I don't know too much about it.
that's another indie game they showed off at Gamescom. And by the way, guys, this is gonna be mostly Xbox news because Sony opted out of Gamescom this year, and Nintendo made a few announcements, but nothing really worth mentioning.
Yes,
They
sad.
do have a limited edition of Xenogears coming out, which is cool. It's not confirmed for the U.S., so there you go. But anyway, Ryan Gilbert's
Typical.
Thimbleweed. Yeah, I know, right? Ryan Gilbert's Thimbleweed Park is a point-and-click game from the creator of Maniac Mansion, Monkey Island 1 and 2, Death's Bank, and all kind of other awesome old-school kind of games. And it looks interesting. If you're into like that kind of comedic um, Sam and Max kind of thing, you definitely want to check it out. It's coming to PC, and I didn't know it was coming to Xbox One. So that's cool. You're gonna get a game like that on consoles. Uh, Worm, Glenn, is Worms an indie game or is that like a from a?
No, no, no. No, those are all the indie games. The rest of them are all just like mainstream games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they did throw the Worms under ID at Xbox, which was kind of like, eh. But yeah, so let's
So
move on to the non-indie
what
games.
what's so different about Worms this year? Like, if you've ever played a Worms game, because you were telling me it looks amazing.
No, I said I never played a Worms game, but the way that what they were showing with this one, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I've never played Worms. I do have Worms from when it was free, but I never played it.
Yeah, I played Worms before. I think the new thing in this one is they're getting like vehicles and stuff to go with uh, for the combat. I think that's the big draw for this one.
Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, it's kind of like it's Worms. It's fun if you're into that sort of combat.
Nice.
Okay. So let's talk about this creepy ass game. It's
Man,
We Happy Few.
that
First of
game
all,
looks.
the title itself is weird. But the game, the trailer, it just looks so creepy, and I thought that was Mark Hamill doing the Joker when I first heard the person talking.
Dude, that game, because I was watching, I was only like kind of halfway watching it at that time, and then I saw like some of the things they were doing in the trailer. Like, oh shit, oh shit, what is this?
Well, it looks like it's going to be funny. That much I can say. It looks like it's going to be an entertaining game, so I'm looking forward to playing that.
Yeah, that's another Kickstarter game. I guess that should have been in the indie category, huh?
It is? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was from I thought it was from a major studio. I can't remember which one, but
I just
maybe
want
I
to
was
know.
wrong.
I just want to know the story behind that game. I have to know what's going on.
What? We Happy Few or another game?
We Happy Few.
It's from the people that made Contrast. I don't know if you remember that, but that was a PS4 launch game.
Yeah, I love that game. It was awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool they turned it around so quick and have a new game coming out because Contrast wasn't really that long ago.
Right? Yeah, but Contrast was awesome. I love that game. The music was real good.
Yeah, the music was good. I'm sure you played all 10 minutes of it.
Okay, yeah, we have a few that was a Kickstarter.
Yep.
Okay, my fault. I labeled it in the wrong spot.
Mike, you slacking. You're fired.
Oh, okay, I guess you guys enjoy the podcast from now on.
I just would like to um, clap my hands because Mike has gone all of 10 minutes without dropping off.
Yeah.
No technical difficulties this time, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I saw a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I was like, well, full disclosure, before we were on here while we were talking on the phone, I did have a blue screen come up.
Man,
I was like,
your computer
no. I need to upgrade my stuff. I really do. But I got bills.
no comment. So, Cobalt. I only saw a little bit of this game. Can you guys tell me a little bit about Cobalt? I know it's from Mojang.
Well,
I know
same here
it's a
because
local co-op.
The only thing I saw about this game is what they showed at the conference. That's all I know about it because after work I watched the conference that they put on the Xbox One.
Hmm.
And so what you saw is the same thing I saw. I don't know too much about it. It's another side scroller and it looks fun. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's more of an action type game.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Uh,
there's not too much to say about that. So let's move on to Crackdown, which looks amazing.
yeah, that looks awesome.
It looks like it's going to be fun.
Did any of you guys play the original Crackdowns?
Yes, of course.
I
One
did
and two.
not.
How were they?
I loved them. They were kind of a sleeper hit because if you remember, the first one got you access to the Halo 3 beta.
Yep, and
I
that was
remember
the
that.
only reason I bought it because I bought Crackdown, the original Crackdown, only so I could play the Halo 3 beta. Right after I got my beta key, I took it right back.
That's funny. So
Yeah,
yeah, um, that was that's how Crackdown got popular. But yeah, it's cool. It's a really fun game, especially to play with other people. I think part two had two. I know it had two-player co-op, but I think there were at least four-player sections. But the cool thing about Crackdown 3 is it has complete destruction, so you can destroy buildings and get your terrorists on, and that's really kind of the main thing, really. They're just like, look, you can blow up buildings and it's pretty. Bye. And it's from the
right.
developer of the first one. The developer, I forgot his name, but the guy that directed the first one, he dropped out doing the second one so that he could make a game called All Points Bulletin for
That
PC.
game did nothing.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
didn't
thought
take
that
off.
game was going to be amazing. Like the trailer and the
Hmm.
concept, I was like, it. I think that game was ahead of its time. If it would have came out now, it might have stood a chance. But when it came out, no,
It
not at
had a
all.
lot of potential. Like Grand Theft Auto Online does a lot of things that All Point Bulletin tried to do.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Crackdown 3 looks cool. They really just showed destruction. I know it's gonna have multiplayer. It's got a good pedigree. I'll check it out. It's one of those mid-tier kind of hits, which is I like personally. I don't always like to play the game that everybody's playing. You know what I mean? I like having that little sleeper hit. So, Crackdown 3 looks awesome. But for me, one of my most excited games I'm most excited about, Mafia 3. OMG, OMG, so awesome.
I think you're excited about it.
Yeah. Well, I was a big fan of Mafia 2. It had an excellent ending, and Mafia 3 has a lot of potential because um, takes place in 1968. It has an African American protagonist, which is crazy, right? And
For a Mafia game, yeah.
yeah, I know, right? And I think they have a lot of potential with an African American protagonist and a and the setting because you have the mob kind of reaching the end of its peak around that time, and you also have the civil rights movement kind of being at a kind of a big part of that time. So I think there's a lot of potential there, um, and I want to see what they do with it.
Cool.
Hello, Lynn.
Yeah. I mean, you were cutting out. I was waiting. I thought you were still talking.
All righty then. You guys talk now.
Okay. So, Just Cause 3 looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, we should talk. We should talk about Mafia. Or can we
No,
move
no,
on?
you can move
Move
on.
on.
You've
Move
moved
on.
on. Keep it rolling.
Okay. All right. So, Just Cause 3 looks fun. Now, last month, I believe, or maybe 2 months ago, Just Cause was the free game on Xbox, three on the 360. Now I've never played a Just Cause game, but from what I saw on this one, it looks like a shoot 'em up explosion type
Yes,
game of
it
awesome.
it is. I never played it, but I remember keeping track of it for a while. Imagine this: you go into a game with a gun and think Dead Rising, but without zombies. Just
Okay.
you pick up
Yeah,
stuff, you use stuff, and go have fun.
That is very
cool.
lateral. Like I like how like all the cool things you can do. Like you can grapple onto a helicopter and then jump onto a building. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and that
Yeah.
developer's pretty sound. They're also doing the Mad Max game, which is coming out this year. Yeah, I think it's coming out at the end of this year too.
Okay.
Keep going, Mike.
Okay, so
Alright.
well, actually, this is me right here.
Yeah, that's
Halo,
it. Yeah, Halo
Halo.
Wars 2, that's Glenn.
All right, now, as we all know, I'm a huge Halo fan, and we'll get into the other stuff that Halo announced a little later. But what they announced for Halo Wars is that there's a second one coming out. And they didn't show any gameplay. They just had your typical CG movie showing that there's going to be a game. Now, the cool thing about this one, I think it's going to be one of the first games where they can do cross-buy, which we will talk about later. But I'll just say that you can have it on your 360 and your Windows 10 device.
Xbox One.
Yeah, I was an Xbox One.
Well, what did I say? 360?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. So anyway, yes, it's coming out on the One and Windows 10, and I was a fan of the last one. I didn't beat it, but I recently bought it again a few months ago, and I will play through it because I'm one of the few people I believe out of this group that actually likes RTS games, like XCOM, Enemy Unknown. I had a blast with that. So Halo Wars, I'm gonna have a blast with that because like RTS games, and I like Halo. So you put those together, it's like shake and bake.
No, Richard Bobby, no.
And
Shake and bake.
one thing I'll say
Sylvester.
about that game. Yeah.
Shake and bake.
All right. Anyways,
Shake and bake.
say about that game is it's from a developer that makes a lot of RTSs, Creative Assembly. They used to be owned by Sega. I don't know if they're still owned by Sega or not, but they did the Rome games, which I actually own one of those, and the medieval games, Shogun. They also did that Viking game for Xbox 360. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Viking? Yeah, I remember that. I've got almost all the achievements on it except for one.
Which
I was-
game?
Viking.
Okay.
But yeah, so they have a pretty like big lineage in real-time strategy. So it should be interesting to see what they do. Because I was wondering when they first announced Halo Wars 2, I was like, how are you going to do that? Microsoft basically laid off all those developers after Halo Wars 1, but they hired Creative Assembly to do it.
Cool.
Mike, come on, get in on this one.
All right, so Fable Legends. Now, here's the thing, because I didn't put that one in there, I just saw it in there. I'm like, but the beta's been going on for a while, unless they're doing just a full open beta now. But yeah, because I was on a couple. I've been on the betas. They've been doing it basically every weekend. Huh?
You're not supposed to talk about the betas you're in.
Well, I can talk about the fact that I'm in them. I just can't talk about specifics. I was just gonna say because they've been doing like every other or every weekend or every other weekend for the past few months now. It's coming along pretty well from what I played. So.
Hey Mike, when you get invited to a beta, they usually give you an extra key for one of your friends.
They did not give me an extra key for this one.
WTF, Mike?
Hey, if I had gotten an extra key, actually, did I know that you were a Fable fan?
Well, it's free. I love Halo 2. Halo 3 sucked.
I said Fable.
That's what I meant. Fable 2.
Wait, you got. Never mind.
All right. Good talk.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, like I said, as far as I can tell, so far everything's looking like it's shaping up pretty well.
Everything.
I'm sorry. Yeah, everything's shaping up well, dog.
All right. Good luck, Shao.
All right, homie.
All right. They showed off a new Rainbow Six Siege trailer, and it looks cool. That's it.
You know, not really a super huge Rainbow Six fan, but that's the kind of game that I could probably get into where you're actually doing co-op with something rather than just, run in and shoot everything.
I really like Rainbow Six whatever. Oh, Vegas 1 and 2. Those games are really awesome. And keep in mind too, if you Xbox One, if you pre-order the game, you get those two games for free.
Oh, I didn't
Um,
know that.
yeah, they announced that at E3. So yeah, I really like Vegas 1 and 2. I thought they were really good games, and I had a blast playing it with my old Xbox friend back in the day. Um, so I'm excited about Rainbow Six Siege, but I don't like the multiplayer focus. Like it's kind of like Titanfall.
Oh
And
yeah,
what's the other game that was multiplayer only? Evolve, where it
yeah,
just
Evolve. Yeah.
yeah, it just feels like half a game. Um, so that worries me a bit, but we'll see what happens. Glenn, I think you should announce this next one.
Oh, Killer Instinct Season 3. Yep, so I'm a huge Killer Instinct fan. Granted, I haven't played it in a while, but due to the fact that they now have Rash on there, I believe that's his name. He's one of the Battletoads, and if you have Rare Play or Killer Instinct, I believe you get him as a character. I haven't done it yet because I haven't had time to, but after this I will.
Oh yeah, I played as him the other day.
How
I
is
think
he?
he's pretty cool. I think it's if you get the season pass, if you have the season pass for Killer Instinct, then you get him. But yeah, he's cool. They even say up front, like as you're picking, it's like, hey, this is a first build, like an alpha build for him. So not all the moves are 100%. But from the little bit I did play, he seems pretty cool. They don't have a ultra on him yet, so when you do his ultra, all he does is just like hit you really hard, and then that's the end of the match.
Okay,
So just
cool.
to clarify, because you went through that pretty quick. So if you have Rare Replay, you get to play as one of the Battletoads now on Killer Instinct.
Yeah, they like I said, it's an alpha version of them, so you don't have all the stuff that he's going to have at the end. But if you have the rare replay, or if you have the Killer Instinct season pass, you get to play as him now.
Is it Season Pass 1 or Season Pass 2? Because you
Uh,
know, two season
I'm
passes.
not sure on that. I've got both of them, so I didn't even think about that.
Oh, I didn't know you had both of them. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
That's another game we never played together, Mike. Never played it.
Again, I- you know what? One day, one day. Because I want to
Yep.
see you get on Xbox and be like, "Hey Sylvester, want to fight?" You're like, "Nah, dog, I don't got time for you right now." Like, oh,
Last time I was online, you sent me an invite for Dragon Age Online, which is just boring. Can I just say that it's so boring?
that's fine.
It's a little grindy.
It,
Anyways,
it is very grinded.
yeah. What's next?
Let's see, Scalebound. I saw the trailer for that. I really am interested in that game.
Oh, the game looks awesome. I hope
Yes.
I don't know if it was the stream that I was watching it on, because I watched it on Xbox One through the little app they have, because they have an app for Gamescom, and the the frame rate was a little choppy.
Hmm.
I don't know if it was the stream that I was on, but I am thoroughly looking forward to that game. It looks awesome, and keep in mind it's from the guys who made Bayonetta, Platinum Studios, so it looks pretty great. And one thing I'll say about that too, that is a game that Microsoft can actually kind of try to appeal to Japanese
Hey, you sound far away again.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully that'll help them with their Japanese audience because as we've all heard the stories how Xbox One isn't selling very well in Japan. So
Right.
maybe Scalebound can help turn the tides a little bit.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. So Quantum Break. I like the gameplay. I like how it looks on this.
Yeah, the
If you,
gameplay like it's going to be crazy, man. Like when I saw the stuff that they were doing,
yeah.
I just wanted to see how it looks on my TV, man, because it's going to look great,
Hmm.
man. Like I've been waiting for this game because like when they first announced it, I was all in, and then the thing that kind of made me get away from it was the delays. It's like it's going to be a launch title, and it's been out for how long now? And we still don't have this game yet. So I
Uh,
kind
a
of
year and a half.
yeah, so I was like, you know what, fuck this game. It's never coming out. That's kind of how I felt about it.
At least we know they're still working on it.
It
Yeah,
looks
I ain't that
cool,
much.
and it has Littlefinger in it too, so that's pretty awesome.
Say what?
It's got Littlefinger in it.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, from Game of Thrones. You guys didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
Huh? Yep, he's in there.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. Cool thing about Quantum Break, so as you know, it's a show and a game at the same time. So as you progress through the game, you unlock chapters of the show, and they're about 23 minutes, but they show alternating sides of this story. So when you play the game, you play as the main guy, like the good guy. When you watch
Right.
the show, you see it from like the bad guy's perspective. So interesting
Okay.
perspective. Coming out April 5th. I want to check it out. It's very unique premise.
Yes.
Yep. From Remedy, the guys that made Alan Wake. So if you're Alan Wake fan, keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, it's a nice original concept, and I'm all for those.
Yep. Keep moving.
Cool.
Okay, so let's move on to Rise of the Tomb Raider. This is the game that just keeps on giving. Like, I've always been a Tomb Raider fan, but that last one that came out, I was amazed. And this one looks like it's just going to take me over the edge because this one looks even better than the last one. And I was like, they can't top this one. This one was amazing. But it looks like they outdone themselves this time,
Here's my question. So, Glenn, as you know, I'm a big Splinter Cell fan.
right?
Are they turning Lara Croft into Sam Fisher?
No,
Because just
I don't think
from the
so.
gameplay trailer that they showed, well, from the gameplay that they showed, like, okay, she's sneaking around, and all I'm thinking is, no, you can just go right past him. You don't got to bother with him. I'm thinking of it from the Splinter Cell standpoint.
Right.
But yeah, so I was like, okay, I can see where they're really, at least somebody said, you know what, this can work in this game.
I wonder how
Yeah.
pissed off PlayStation owners were when they saw this trailer. Like, they just had to just, the internet probably exploded again.
Oh, just ask Sylvester, he'll tell you.
Well, he owns both, so
I know he owns
Yeah.
both, but which one does he play the most?
I have my Xbox on in the background lately, right now, right, actually. I, yeah, it varies. It depends on what game's coming out. Like this year, um, Microsoft has the bigger lineup of games. So next year, I'll probably be all about PlayStation because Uncharted, ooh, I can't wait. Um, yeah. But about that, Tomb Raider is coming out next year on PS4. They announced.
Yeah,
So,
well, we already knew that.
right.
yeah, but I'm super ready for this game. Like, it's coming. I think it's coming out. It's coming out the same week as Fable. I mean, not Fable. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Fallout.
Yeah, there's a lot of great games coming out around the same time. It'll be interesting to see what fails and what succeeds. There'll be one
Yeah.
sleeper hit that's like, ooh, that did it. That was a big game. Anyways, next.
All right, so let's move on to Homefront: The Revolution. Now, this game, once again, another game I've never played. I know there's been a couple of Homefronts, I believe, but
No,
Just
I've
one.
this
never
is
played.
the second one, I believe.
Just one.
This is the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second one.
Okay. Now, has anybody played the first one?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was okay. My friends got really into it. They thought it was really innovative. It was one of THQ's deathbed games. They made it before they went out of business. I thought it was okay. I don't really remember that much about it. I know I beat the single player, which wasn't very long. It's kind of like what's that movie where North Korea invades the U.S. It's the same premise.
You
Um,
sound far away again. Say that again.
what's the movie where North Korea invades the United States?
Oh, Red Dawn.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be called Red Dawn the game.
Yeah,
No, no, licensing.
Right.
so this one's probably a crossover between Red Dawn and Hunger Games. It looks like
It looks good, and
it
you know,
does.
the team that did that used to be a part of Crisis. I mean, Crytek, the people that made Crisis. So that's a pretty competent team. So I'm looking forward to see what they put together.
Yeah, I like the trailers, the show with this one, the gameplay with it, how you were riding the motorcycles with the whole thing to be a distraction or something.
Mm.
Yeah, I like the way that the guy was customizing the gun when they showed the little gameplay. They got the
Oh
stuff you can.
yeah, he was cussing out like on the fly. Yeah, that was tight.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And the little RC car that blew up the truck. So yeah.
Yeah, they did have that in the first one too.
Uh,
Yeah. Uh, Glenn, this is all you.
so Halo 5 Guardians. What they're doing, they're having a Halo
Oh,
World.
Glenn, real quick, hold on. Something with the home front. They did announce that during the fourth quarter of this year, they're supposed to be having a full-on multiplayer beta. So keep your eyes out for that. We'll let you know here at Dangerously Smart when we find out about it to let you all know when to go for it.
Yeah, where you can sign up and stuff like that.
Yep. Sorry about that, Glenn. Please continue.
No, that's all good. So they're doing the Halo World Championship with $1 million prize. So they're basically trying to attract a lot of you know, professional gamers. And I think this is a good way to do it. And they were basically talking a lot about how Microsoft was the game that kind of, I mean, not Microsoft, Halo was the game that redefined the shooter. And to me, it did. I spent countless hours, days playing Halo. So I don't even know if I should be saying this, but Halo is a game that I've called off work before, like legally, like vacation time, not just, oh, I'm sick. But yeah, so Halo is that game that takes over. And I like it better than Call of Duty, in my opinion. It's just that Call of Duty has had the upper hand because there's been more of them, like one every year. Halo doesn't have that luxury. So with Halo 5 Guardians, they put out all the stops. Now, I know it's safe to talk about the beta for Halo 5. Did any of you guys play it?
Nope.
I did not.
Well, I know it was hard to get into because it didn't work. It did a lot better than the Street Fighter beta, but yeah, it was a good game. I had a blast. I really loved the new functionality they threw in there. There were a couple of things I didn't like, but hopefully all those are ironed out when the final game comes out. But they actually showed you if you watch it on your Xbox One, they actually showed a round of Halo 5. They captured the flag mode,
Oh
and
yeah, I saw that with the announcers and all that.
yeah, so I like the new powers like the Spartan Charge. That's pretty cool. The Ground Pound, I think that's what it's called. And they have a couple of new guns that I've used in the beta that are really cool. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, and the maps are going to be amazing. So yeah, they just done everything with this game. Now the one thing that I wish they did show more of was the campaign mode, because even though Halo is more of a multiplayer game as far as like battle mode goes, if you want to call it that, they have a really good campaign, and I want to see more about that. So hopefully we'll see some of that soon.
I saw a little bit about the campaign. It looks pretty interesting to me. You're gonna have Spartan Locke and his team, and Master Chief and his team, and
Right.
you kind of intersperse between the two campaigns. And the cool thing about it is kind of has some ODST kind of features. And ODST was far from my favorite Halo game, but I did like the fact that you had people around you that you can interact with and talk. Well, you couldn't interact with and talk, but they actually talk. Usually, when you're playing Halo, the only person that's talking is Cortana or whatever.
Right.
So this one actually has, you always have your squad with you, and they're a bit more human. So
Yeah.
even one of the characters from ODST, the guy from Castle, the show, he is now a Spartan on uh, on the Locks team. So they're doing some cool stuff.
Now, for those of you who listen to podcasts, if you're listening to this, I'm pretty sure you do. There is a podcast you want to check out called Hunt the Truth. It's basically the origin story of like what's going on with Master Chief. And if you watch Key and Peele, I believe it's the guy Key or K, how I pronounce it.
Key.
Key. Yeah, so it's him, and he's doing the voice of the journalist that's covering the story. It's really good. I highly recommend it if you like Halo and podcast.
Cool.
I believe they're done with it. I haven't listened to it in a while, but it's amazing.
Yeah, I just looked it up. The finale was in June 14th, but awesome. Everybody should check that out. I think I will myself. They also just dropped a book not too long ago, and it's only $1, so check it out.
A
Nice.
dollar.
Huh?
Is it on like Amazon or
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I
uh,
got it off Amazon. I don't know where else you can get it, but yeah,
okay.
it's
So this
amazing.
next one,
Go ahead.
this next one is all you, Sylvester.
Oh,
Yeah.
um,
Oh,
yeah.
so it's that game type that nobody really cares about. We can skip this.
So, as a lot of you guys may know, Forza 6, Forza 5 was the reason I bought an Xbox One. I love me a good racing game, and when it comes to like my next gen console, I always have to have a racing game. So, yeah, Forza 6 is coming this year. It's amazing how quick they pump these games out too. Most of the time, like racing games usually take like 3, 4 years to come out, but they're just kind of pumping these out pretty quick. But exciting thing about this is going to be the first Forza game with rain in it. Um, the last Forza Horizon had rain in it, but that's kind of offshoot, its own little spin. But
I was about
yeah,
to
this
say.
is going to have. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say I was watching the trailer for it where they're talking about the rain and the physics and how it's supposed to have the rain actually affects each track differently based
Mhm.
on the type of track it is and all that, right?
Mhm. Right. Yeah, and it looks really good too. It's funny how it took them that long to add it, cause like I think they had rain in like the old school PlayStation 2 Gran Turismo, but whatever. Um, yeah, this is gonna have over 450 cars, over 26 locations, and it's still gonna have a lot of the old features from some of your favorite old Forza. And so yeah, check it out. It's coming out September 15th. That is all.
And when's it coming out?
September 15th.
Oh, my birthday. Awesomeness. I think I might get this game.
Did you guys watch the Final Fantasy 15 trailer?
Nope.
Oh,
I
well,
didn't.
oh, you did you, Mike?
That's I didn't.
Oh, well, you guys should check it out. The one thing I'll say about the trailer, it they said it was in-game assets. It wasn't CGI, but it looked like CGI. So if that was in-game assets, damn, that game is gonna be freaking amazing.
Hey, is
Uh,
15 another of the MMOs or is it a standalone?
no, no, no. 15 is the standalone. That's the one they put the demo out for.
Ah, okay, okay. Because I
Hmm.
saw 15, but I was like, I'm not sure if I'm interested in this one. Because no, that's right. 14 was an MMO.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
See, now I need to go see that trailer.
Yeah, you should check it out. I mean, it's not like actiony or anything. It's basically kind of a teaser of the plot, I guess.
I'm fine
Um,
with that.
but yeah, it just shows off how pretty the game is. So check it out. And that basically, well, no, there's some announcements. Let's save the Destiny stuff for last. Let's go into the technical stuff that they announced.
Okay. So let's see. So for Xbox, you can you're finally officially going to be able to use your Xbox as a TV DVR.
Yeah, for over the air
Yeah,
signal.
over the air broadcast.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And they said you could set it up to, record at specific times or whatever with that. So I was like, oh,
Hmm.
guess I'm trying to get
That's
in on
really
that.
cool if you're a cable cutter too. So yeah, I would be
Yeah,
very interested in that if I didn't have cable.
And also, you will be able to download the show and watch it on your device without Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Now that's amazing.
I missed that.
Yeah. Can you watch it via second screen too? Because that'd be awesome.
Uh, that I don't know. I don't. But they were showing that like the little demo they showed somebody using their Xbox, and they showed them recorded, then they showed them on the airplane, saying, "Oh, let me watch this now." So yeah, so that's pretty cool that you can do that. And I don't know if you'll be able to do it on your cell phone, which I'm pretty sure you can. But this Windows 10 is really turning everything around. Because what I did want to talk about earlier that I didn't mention, so we didn't take up too much time, was the whole do cross-buy thing. Now, the thing that's cool about cross-buy is it allows you to buy a game on one device and play it on another. So, for instance, I have the Windows 10 update. I love it. Mike, you said you are okay with it.
I'm
Is that
cool
right?
with it. I haven't found any major issues with it yet.
Okay. Right now, I really like the Windows 10 update. It allows me to finally use my Xbox profile on my computer, which I was not able to do on Windows 8. I'm not going to get into that, but you now be able to buy games on your Xbox and play them on your computer, which I think is pretty cool. Because a lot of people that talk about PC's the master race and all this junk, um, now what do they have to say?
No, they're still going to say the same thing.
Yeah, they're definitely got something to say. Because, like, for instance, like with Fallout, you can now use your mods that you could only use on PC once upon a time and use them on your Xbox One. That's amazing.
Nice.
Because recently there was a a mod on Grand Theft Auto where you can play as Iron Man. I would love to do that, but since I don't have it on the PC, I can't. So if more games start doing this, because Bethesda was able to pull it off, that's going to be amazing. Because now the mod community can get onto the console side of things. Because a lot of those consoles were not consoles, a lot of those mods were cool.
Oh yeah.
What was that one game you played a lot, like Skyrim, when they modded Randy Savage into a dragon? That was awesome.
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I just couldn't do it because I didn't have a PC.
Mm.
So yeah, and also the Xbox One chat pad. That's
Man, I've been waiting for this thing since the Xbox One came out. I miss my chat pad so much.
Yeah, this was cool because it's gonna have two programmable buttons on it, right next to the space bar.
Right. But I'm just saying, I'm just happy that they're finally coming out with one because I didn't realize how much I used my chat pad until I couldn't anymore.
Well, yeah, when I didn't have a chat pad, I just logged in on my phone and used the app to send the text and stuff because I didn't want to do it using a controller. But they also have a 1 terabyte hard drive coming out now for the Xbox One. It's going to be officially licensed,
All right.
and I
You
believe
had, you
it's
had to
going to be
specify one. You had to specify as external hard drive.
okay. It's going to be a 1 terabyte external hard drive for your Xbox One with all these games coming out. You're going to need it.
Yeah. So the other day I was going through the memory on my Xbox because I was at like 97% full. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like take off all the games that I have on here because the save files will still be there. I took it off. I was down. I went down to like 40% used space. I was like, damn.
But yeah, and the other thing is all future 360 games with goals will now be playable on your Xbox One.
All right. That's that'll
That
be an
starts in
update. Yeah, an update in November for that.
yeah.
That's pretty exciting. All your Xbox 360 games are gold, so that's almost like double the game. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, my question is, when they launch that in November, will they bring any of the like more popular downloadable games? Well,
Castle Crashers.
Oh God, you gonna make me go through all that again?
And Castle Crashers was great,
Oh
man.
yeah, no, it was an amazing game. I loved it. But I'm just saying, I think I'm all Castle crashed out. But don't do it. Don't make me go through it again.
Man, I wish they would just make a sequel to that. They don't want to make sequels. The team that made that, they were like, we don't want to do
You
like
sound
a.
far away.
I wish the team that made that would make a sequel. They don't want to. They keep saying, I don't want to make a sequel to it, but just make a sequel, man. It was a huge game.
All right, so let's talk about this Destiny news that we kind of skipped over. For those who are actually going to go through with it.
Oh man, yes. Let me talk about it real quick. All right, Peter Dinklage is out. Nolan North is in. Um, I didn't mind Peter Dinklage, but a lot of people hated him. So, yeah, they're gonna replace his character completely. So if you started over from scratch, Nolan North will be the voice of the Guardian. No, not the Guardian. Whatever that little ball of light is. So yeah, that's interesting. And this is all gonna happen around the next expansion, which is coming out in September, I believe. The light system is gonna go bye-bye, which is awesome. One thing that I've complained about multiple times, I have the DLC, 2 packs of DLC for that game, and I can't even play it because the random drops don't allow me to actually.
Your light level's not high enough.
Yeah, my light level isn't high enough, and you only get light by random drops. So the light level is going to go away. It's going to be just like it is when you start out, going up to like level 20, I think. Um, so your experience is going to make your level go up, and I think they're decreasing the cap to level 40. That's awesome. Loot drops will actually keep in mind what's in your inventory, so it won't be quite as random anymore. So you won't get as much like repeat items, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And players will receive one boost that will max one of their characters and allow them to play the Taken King. So if you get the Taken King expansion, you'll get one that'll allow you to boost up to like level 35, I think, because of course you have to be at a certain level to play the downloadable content. So that's interesting for me. That's going to allow me to actually get back into Destiny. So I can't wait for those updates because I love the game, but I hate how much you have to grind for it. So taking that life system away is going to make it so much more accessible.
Cool.
All right. Is that it for Microsoft?
No. So, well, yeah. But what we do need to talk about is Lego Dimensions.
Tell us about it, Glenn.
Okay, so they have this new thing called Adventure Worlds, and there's going to be 14 of them. Basically, an adventure world is something that you can unlock through the game, and when you unlock it, you can take any character from any world and put that character in any world. For instance, you can have Batman in the TARDIS, Batman in Middle Earth. Like, it's going to be amazing, and I'm really looking forward to that. But the first three that you will have, you're going to have DC Comics, you're going to have Lord of the Rings, and the Lego Movie. Those are going to be the first three you can get.
Okay.
And they did announce one that a lot of people are happy about, a Ghostbusters adventure pack. Well, not adventure pack, but Adventure World. And I can't wait for that one because I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. I grew up to it, and I love all the characters. And I can't wait to see how this goes. Like, I'm really excited about this game. Although most of the games coming out, this is clearly in my top 5.
Cool.
You're going to have so many toys laying around your house.
Yeah, I know it's crazy because I have Skylanders Swap Force and I also have Skylanders Trap Team, which I still yet to play, and I have a bunch of the toys.
Are you
And
serious when you still haven't played that game?
I still haven't played that game. I bought it Black Friday, so yeah, still haven't played it.
Is it still in the plastic?
No, it's not in the plastic. I opened it and I was gonna play it. I even downloaded the game. I just never played it. But I do love Skylanders. It's a fun game. I am gonna beat this one eventually. But yeah, Lego Dimensions is gonna be insane. It's just taking all my money. It's not even out yet.
Hmm.
But there is one more thing I want to mention about Xbox that I completely forgot about. They're actually going to release a Halo Edition Xbox One. I was waiting on them to do this. I'm pissed it took them so long to do it, but I know that it's coming and I'm getting it.
Are you
Have you
selling
guys?
yours?
Wait. So you're gonna get another Xbox One?
Yeah.
Sucker.
No, he's not gonna, Glenn, are you selling yours?
Yeah.
Sucker.
Yeah, soccer. I mean, why not? I got the money for it. So,
Sucker.
He's a rich
All right.
sucker.
I know, right? Cool. You still gonna get the $250 edition of Halo 5 too?
yep.
Cool. All right. What else?
I think this next one's Glenn.
Okay, Star Wars. Yeah, so Star Wars Battlefront. Now, a lot of people were saying that, oh, it's just a skin of Battlefield with Star Wars characters. Shut up, because I love it. Because like, it doesn't matter what Star Wars, whatever Star Wars comes out with. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna like it. I mean, the other 3 movies, I liked them when they came out, but in hindsight, I didn't. So with that being said, that's one of the few things in Star Wars I didn't like. But this game looks like it's going to be amazing. I love everything that they've shown me so far. And with this new squadron mode, it's basically dogfights in space. Now, by dogfights, for those of you who don't know, it's a term used for when airplanes are fighting in air. It's not actual dogs fighting. I mean, some people don't know.
I was entirely laughing at that one too.
What did you say, Sylvester?
I was laughing too, but internally. Oh,
I
I
mean,
want to backtrack real quick. Sorry to interrupt, Glenn, but they did show off the new Halo 5 controller, and that looks freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Glenn, go ahead.
yeah, that controller does look awesome, but it does come with the game, and it does come with the console.
Yeah.
But
Good
yeah,
to have. You sucker.
okay. How is that being a sucker, sir? Because you said it 3 times. I think you had something you want to say.
You already
Sylvester,
have an
you brought
Xbox
this on
One.
yourself.
You're
I
basically
mean,
buying a painted Xbox that you already have.
yeah, but it's got a bigger hard drive too, but I can add space if I wanted to. But I mean, I'm a Halo fan, and they feed off your fandom. That's what happens.
Cool. I can't knock it. I'm sure I bought something silly before, so that's cool. Whatever floats your boat, fella.
I
So,
mean, everybody has.
It's part of being a gamer.
Yeah,
not
part
even
of
a
being
gamer. I'm sure there's some, car stuff that's crazy like that.
Yeah,
somebody that went out there and bought like a pair of Jordans that cost $1,000.
oh God!
Oh,
Don't even
speaking of
start with
which,
that. Don't even start
oh
with that.
man, I was really close to buying a pair of $600 Nikes, but I
What?
didn't do it. They
What?
were well, let me explain. They were the Back to the Future ones. Yeah.
I
I
ordered
don't
them.
know if that validates it enough.
And it
I
kind of
would have not paid rent, but
you would have been a fly hobo.
Dog, I didn't get them because I was like, that's crazy. But they were the Back to the Future ones. They were awesome. I want
Did
those.
they have the power laces?
Yeah, that's the cool thing. Like it was, I think it had to be because they're supposedly coming out, but they're not out yet. But these had the power laces. I don't know. It's weird. Internet.
Okay, since we're talking about Back to the Future, I do have to bring this up because it happened. It just happened at an unfortunate time. Did you see the Lexus hoverboard?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's gonna be ridiculously expensive.
I know. I really wonder what it's going to start at.
Look, I'll go for like the 10th generation of that once the price goes down and it works.
Right.
They did show the guy going over water. We don't know how deep that water was, but
Again, like I said, I wait till the 10th generation when the price has gone down and it actually works. All right,
Yeah,
let's see.
it's so weird that Lexus of all companies is doing that, but hey, it's cool.
They got the
it,
money
it could have been anybody. Like I just wonder why Lexus.
Right.
because they did it first. That's
Yeah.
why.
They're gonna make a Scion version. I'll get that one. It'd be
Hey,
cheaper.
same company. They're both Toyota, company. So maybe.
They'd be tired. They say, hey, if you have the XB, you get a hovercraft. Yes, I mean hoverboard.
All
Yeah, because that would happen.
right.
Anyways, Glenn, you were talking. Are you done with Star Wars? Because I was almost done. Too.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
You sure? Because there's like you didn't talk about the X-wing and the Millennium Falcon.
Okay, well, basically, if you've seen the movie, you know what vehicles are going to be in it, what planes are going to be in there or whatever. But there is going to be one that they didn't show that a lot of people don't know about. It's going to be an A-wing in there. The A-wing gets no love.
Just show the A-Wing in the game. Oh, you talking about in the movie?
Yeah, like in the movies and just in like in pop culture, because
Right.
you always see TIE fighters because they're everywhere, even the noise that they make when they go by. You know,
Yeah.
that's why they're popular. Then the X-wing, of course, Luke Skywalker had that, and the Millennium Falcon. Need I say more? And the Slave One from which is Boba Fett's ship.
Right.
So you don't really hear too much about the A-wing.
I like the A-wing. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. A lot of people don't even know what it looks like because somebody used to talk about this from what's that, and I was like, it's an A-wing,
It looks like an A,
right?
basically. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's about it. That's all I want to talk about. Let's move on to Mirror's Edge.
Man,
I
I
didn't
saw
read
the
much
tra-
on Mirror's Edge. Did you guys? Oh, okay. I'm glad you
I,
guys did. Go ahead.
I was say I saw the. I was saying I didn't play the first Mirror's Edge just because it looks interesting, but I'm like I don't know how I feel about first person running around.
I mean,
but
I played, it, I just didn't like it.
I was about to say, but no, I saw the trailers they played for this. Man, that looked tough. So basically, same character from what they show, same character fighting the same, corporate, whatever. But now there's a second runner that I guess you're going against, but is also going against the same company that you're going up against, which to me just sounds like okay, they're going to either meet up at some point in the game and say, oh hey, we're on the same side, or they're going to meet up like I don't like the way you do things, so we're going to fight.
Part one was similar to that. There was like a blind lady that you basically caught up with. She was a traitor. Spoiler
Uh,
alert.
Did you beat it?
Oh yeah, I beat it non-violent and violent on PS4 and Xbox 360. I mean PS3 and Xbox 360. I
Nice.
was a
you
big
really
Mirror's
love
Edge
that
fan.
game.
Yeah, it was awesome. I didn't get the DLC because I thought it was a ripoff. Because basically the DLC for Mirror's Edge is like floating like levels that you run around in, and I'm like, really, I can't make like a real level. Like, just imagine like a floating bar, and you just kind of have to figure out how to rat race your way around it. I didn't like that.
Uh, oh, well. All right, and
Cool.
I think this
Don't talk about it. Nobody cares.
what?
The next one.
No, that's I figured you would.
I mean, I would, but did you guys? I mean, we talked. Oh, that's right. We didn't have an E3 coverage. Okay, let's talk about Need for Speed.
You know
Um,
what?
so the cool thing about this is the reboot, right? So Need for Speed has been all over the place lately. They had their for a while they were doing like a serious one and then a non-serious one, and then they had one that was like a track racer and then a not track racer. And the last one they did was a launch game for, a launch title, and it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I think that I refer to it as it's like popcorn. It's delicious but not filling.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah. Um, so this one's cool. It has the plot because for some reason Need for Speed always has to have a plot. So it has a plot. The cool thing that they're doing with it, like it's like first person shooter, kind of like Guitar Hero. I mean, first person kind of game.
I was a Guitar
Um,
Hero.
yeah, the new Guitar Hero, Guitar Hero Live.
Uh,
Anyways, yeah, it's first person. So like there's real actors in there, like a FMV, but then they intersperse it with like your actual car and the actual world, and it looks so good that you really can't tell the difference. Um, so yeah, it's got cutscenes that are just like live action, which is pretty cool. Um, and will feature 5 stars from the world of underground racing. Who put that in there?
oh, I did. I just that was part of the article. I'm like, oh, okay, sure,
I don't know. It looks cool. It looks promising. I always get the Need for Speeds every year, even when they suck. So I'll check them out.
okay.
All right.
All right.
Woo! That was
Yay,
fun.
we
Anyways,
made it.
before we go, I just want to tell you guys about some awesome deals because there's some cool little deals. Um, Glenn, tell me about the first one. This isn't a slide deal. This is a dangerous deal.
Yeah, this was pretty damn dangerous, sir. So Best Buy is offering deal of the century. Well, maybe not the century, but you get a 40-inch Samsung TV and an Xbox One for $500. I think that's a pretty good deal. What do you guys think?
That's pretty good. I wonder if it's full HD, like 1080p.
The TV?
Yeah.
The TV that you're getting normally would cost $429. It is
Hmm.
1080p,
Oh, nice.
and it is a smart TV too.
oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's a
what's
smart
the
TV.
frame rate on it?
Um,
The megahertz.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I don't know it off the top of my head. I didn't look that much into it because I wasn't going to do it. But I mean, it's a steal. I mean, a 40-inch 1080p smart TV and Xbox One for $500.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good
pretty
deal.
good.
It
I
definitely
paid
is.
$500 for my Xbox One. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I hate about being an early adapter because you always get fucked. It always happens.
Yep.
A little bit of anger came out there, but yeah.
A little
So
bit.
like when the Xbox One came out, you got this Connect that you don't want because you just don't like it, and every time you say Xbox, it wants to respond to you, so you have to watch your mouth around it like it's a kid,
I'm not,
and you
I'm
know,
not literally the only person that actually likes my Connect.
I mean, I don't mind it. Like it's cool for like when I walk into a room and it signs me in, or when my screen goes black and I walk in the room and it turns on. Like that's cool.
It
But
sucks.
other than that, I'm like, whatever. I could have saved $100.
It sucks super bad. If I had the choice, I wouldn't have got one.
Yeah, same here because I could have saved $100 and bought another game.
Yeah.
But needless to say, now you got all these bundles coming out to where you get a controller and a free game. You don't have to get the Connect, or you still get the Connect. I was like, oh, so you just gave me Limbo.
Xbox Fitness is cool though.
Yeah, that is pretty cool if you got enough space for it. But for
Yeah,
those
if
of
you
you
like
who
jumping
don't,
around in your living room.
yeah, if you don't have enough space for it, oh well. But if you do, it's actually pretty cool because my last apartment I did have a lot of space to do it.
Man, I'm looking up the specs. They are not telling me the megahertz on this TV. Like, I'm
Yeah,
on
it
Best Buy's
does.
website,
Hmm.
and it just will not tell me. But
Just Google the model number.
it's a legit deal though. I mean, it's a 5 star rated. Like I'm looking at the reviews on this, got 5 stars. It normally goes for 429 by itself, so that's an excellent deal. Um, that'll be on our Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Okay.
it's 60. 60 CMR. That's the refresh rate.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of bottom of the barrel, but still not bad. I mean, my main TV is 60, and I don't mind it. I mean, it's kind of weird when you put them next to each other, Because I got Mike's old TV before he moved, and his is. What's the one you gave me? Is that 120?
It's 120 with 240 motion flow.
Yeah. So like I put the two next to each other because I was doing a Smite, um, you know, LAN party or whatever.
Yeah,
And man, it is a big difference when you put the two TVs next
yeah.
to each other. But yeah, I mean, by itself you really won't notice.
Not
Anyways,
far away.
if you have Verizon Wireless and you don't want to sign a new contract, but you want an awesome phone for a really good price,
Wait, say
Samsung.
it again. You sound far away, Moses.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you have Verizon Wireless, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have Verizon Wireless and you'd like an unlocked phone that's pretty awesome, Galaxy S4 is 109.99. It's on eBay, but it's from a seller called Mobile Pros, and they've got over 1,000 sold so far. So it's not like just some dude, you know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of them that sell them. But that's a really good deal. That's the lowest I've ever seen a Galaxy S4, and it's refurbished. I'm pretty sure it has at least a 90-day warranty on it. But check it out. That will also be on the Facebook. Um, let's see, what else do we have? Oh, PlayStation has a big sale going on right now. It's their summer sale. So they've got deals going on for the movies, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. Some awesome games in there. So yeah, make sure you check that out. I won't name the games, but check it out. It looks cool. And then what else do we have here? Oh, Nvidia Shield. It is $25 now. I mean, $25 less now. So you can get it for 199, or you can get it for 125 with the remote. A lot of people didn't even know this thing dropped. You guys remember when Nvidia announced they were going to do a console?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it came out a few months ago, and it's actually got good reviews. It's the better review because Razer has one they put out, and it doesn't even have Netflix working on it. At least not when it came out.
Uh,
So it's a highly reviewed product. They also have a model that comes with a 500 gig hard drive, so it's almost
wow.
like a Steam box. But yep, those are our dangerous deals of the week, people.
Cool.
All right. So, gentlemen, is that another one for the books?
That's another one for the books.
All right. Well, before we completely go off into our dangerously smart lives, let me let everybody know where you can get a hold of us. Uh, all you fans, you can always shoot us an email. Email us at dangerously smart314@gmail.com. We love to get messages from you all. If you're on the Facebook, you can always go to www.facebook.com/dangerously smart314. Hey, check out what we put up on there. Most of the deals, most of the information that we talked about on this podcast will be up there. Um, if you're more of a Twitter fan, you can tweet us. That's going to be at Dangerously Smart. That's smart without the A. If you are a person that just likes to look at the pretty pictures that we put up, well, let me phrase it, that Glenn puts up, right, Glenn?
Right.
Yes. We have an Instagram, instagram.com/dangerously smart314. And if you like us, but you want to have something with a little bit of a different flavor, you can listen to us on our sister site. That's stltechtalk.com. They have more of a tech-focused podcast going as well. So, hey, if you want us for your entertainment and them for your nitty-gritty, got the best of both worlds there. For those that are, fighting gamers, you can always go to, well, let me phrase that, fighting gamers in the St. Louis area. You can always go to www.stlbarwars.com. That's wars with a Z. And you'll get some of the local fighting info and some of the information on some of the upcoming fighting games.
All right.
Cool.
All right. So that's it.
All right, guys. So once again, I want to thank you guys for coming out. Please show us some love.
Were
Give
you
us some
napping?
reviews. No, I was chilling.
You look like you had your hands up like, ooh.
Anyways, thank you guys for coming out. Give us some feedback. Thank you. That is all.
Oh, you suck. Thanks, everyone. You have a great one.